Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we went through a house, found a radio that will be a helpful tool, and we heard our wife through it. And now we must make our way through Silent Hill, which, a neat little detail, James' physical state will actually get worse and worse because he already has bags under his eyes, which is surprising because I figured he didn't get that until a few hours in. Right as my alarmo goes off. Can you imagine hearing like the Animal Crossing alarmo sound as you're going through this town? Like imagine somebody being terrified of alarmo. So speaking of that, the game mentioned that this town is not what it seems. This town is very weird as it's in a location that is concentrated with very high spiritual and paranormal energy. While the town gives the illusion that it is decrepit and abandoned, it is heavily implied that this town is actually fully populated. We just don't see its citizens because we are in what is known as the fog world, where pretty much all absence of life is. Where there's all absence of life. Oh, here's the other animation, by the way. Where all absence of life is, and pretty much only thing that exists is the people that the town wants to have in here. Anyway, come in here, because you can actually not be able to come in here at all if you don't notice the windows. Yeah, the radio static gets really loud, so I'm going to try and get my control as low as possible so that way it doesn't drown me out in the mic. March 1965. The town of Silent Hill was visited by the Marine Psychological Research Association. After thorough examination, a team of expert dowsers from the association concluded that the areas surrounding the now historic Witskol mine to be highly active. They expressed their hopes for further research and exploitation of the gorge. These hopes, however, were never fulfilled due to the location being restricted as a historical nature preserve, as decreed by Silent Hill's Historical Society. Additionally, the idea was met with resistance from the local community, which claimed that the nature of the association's research would hinder tourist activity in the area. Questioning the credibility of our research and hiding behind trippers seemed like an excuse to prevent us from seeing what's really out there, commented on one of the researchers. Unfortunately, none of the local representatives were able to comment on the matter. Editor's note. At the time of publishing, there exists no evidence supporting credibility of rationalization or providing effectiveness of any dowsing methods. Options expressed in the article do not reflect the author's views. Searching Another Conclusion, Volume 3, Choosing Death. This, I believe, hints to one of the free base endings. When life is filled with nothing but despair, some people choose to end it all. I once chose that path for myself as well. I embraced it. It felt right, like the only choice I could possibly make. After I made my decision, it became the only thing binding me to this world. I became reckless. I did stupid, dangerous things. I pushed away even those who cared about me. After all, why would it matter anymore? So this book sort of hints on what you want to do if you want to get the water ending. I believe there's a book around here or in other areas that hint to the other two endings. Here we go. This book, I believe, hints to the Leave ending. Searching for Another Conclusion, Volume 1, Road to Tomorrow. It is better to prevent and than to cure. As the old maximum tells us, Taking care of yourself and maintaining a healthy outlook can be a challenge in these fast modern times. The key is not to beat yourself up over past mistakes and avoid those who would do you harm. Sometimes it is better to avoid confrontation instead of engaging in pointless conflict. Try to stay clear of toxic relationships and focus instead on your friends and loved ones. Keep your eyes on the prize and focus on what really matters. It can be that simple. Yes, look to the future and it will be brighter than you think. So this gives you a hint on what things you need to do in order to get the leave ending. Because the stupid thing they added in Silent Hill 2, which I'm most likely going to ignore because it's kind of hard to do, is that if you kill, I think, over 150 enemies or something like that, you will not get a point to leave, which is stupid. So I'm probably going to ignore that because there's a lot of times where the enemies, they either force confrontation on you or the enemies are in spots that you're either going to be backtracking a lot or in very tight hallways. And this is a hint to the third ending. Searching for another conclusion, getting the girl. Do you love her? Do you really love her? In sickness and in health? Words are simple enough, but actions speak the loudest. Would you protect her? Fight for her? Put her above any other? I thought I heard something behind me. Remember, now she is the one. Leave the past behind and forget about old relationships that ended in tears. Be true to your heart, and with luck, things will turn out in the end. So this is a hint to the third ending, which I am not going to say the name of quite yet. But yeah, these books in this bookshop are subtle hints on what you need to do to get the the game's base endings. There is, as far as I'm aware of, no book in here that tells you what you need to do to get the New Game Plus endings. But these books do serve as hints on what you need to do to get a respective ending, depending on what ending you are aiming for. Oh wow, I can't move at all when James does this animation. Where's the enemy? Because it's saying it's like super close by. Especially with how loud the static is. Oh, it's one of these little buggies. Yeah, so those little bugs, they are enemies. Oh shit! You die. So yeah, another thing that will get you a point towards water. Do not hit the enemy when they're dead. If you hit, I think, 30 or more enemies when they are already dead, that will give you a point towards water, so avoid doing that. Yeah, but those cockroach enemies, they are, I believe, a reference to an enemy in Silent Hill 1, especially a fear related to one of the main characters of Silent Hill 1. And in here, we can see what looks like clothes that are being washed or being poorly washed. Super strong, super clean, wash away the stains of yesterday. Right, this door doesn't open. Am I too early? I thought there was an item in here you can grab. Nothing in the vending machine. I know there's cases where you can get to areas early and they won't have anything for you. Yeah, but I know this bookshop is completely optional. Is there another? Oh, I can see another lying figure under the car. Oh, screw you! I hit you with my chainsaw. You jerk. Anything in the cafe car whatsoever, which I love the car literally just says Texan Cafe. So, okay, so the car is at least branded. Let's come into the shop. I saw him again, or at least I think so. He didn't. He said he didn't, but I don't know anymore. I'm tired. Can't find it. Doesn't matter. That scalping nose again. That note makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Doesn't seem to be much of interest in here. There is going to be an area we're going to be going to a little later. You can see we get on the other side of that cloth. We can't go out that way, so you cannot go back and explore that section of the town. Here we get a coin for Bar Nellies. And this is another thing you need to be careful about. When you trigger certain events, enemies will show up. So be on the ready. Okay, so you can get an item a little bit early. You come here. Not access. Well, you can get into that like back room area, or I think it might be a bit later. Oh wait, is that a health drink in there? Yes, it is. Gimme. Another thing that can actually hint towards danger is the music. If you listen closely to the music can sometimes not only be unsettling, but can give you a bit of dread and tell you that there is something dangerous around. So we can't go and check that out. Alright, so we're going a little further down this way. It's better to clear the street so you don't have to worry about being attacked. I don't remember this room. Big J's. That's right, because I think last time I played it, actually entered in through the actual shop area. Your new best friend. In the end, only a four-legged friend can help you make sense of things. Renew. The best ores for the doggy accessories. Find the perfect doghouse for your furry friend. Meet the cutest cuddly good boy around. This, ironically, is, I think, a hint to one of the New Game Plus endings. That man, M, was here again. I told him he's been warned not to come here. He acts like he didn't know what I was talking about. Anyway, he got up and left. He didn't make any sort of fuss, but there's something about him that gives me the creeps. When I look at his face, it's like I'm staring at a mask. There's something underneath waiting to get out. I don't want to be here when that happens. Oh, I can see something outside. Oh, I can see a few enemies out there. Clear the street. Ooh, you coming to engage me? Break the windows, please. Nothing in this car, alright. I think I'll head back to the save point. Is there something here? Oh. Did I not kill you, or are you a completely different enemy? Okay. One detail you can know if an enemy is actually dead, pay attention to their body. If they have blood coming out from underneath them, then they should be actually dead. They can sometimes fake their death to try and catch you off guard, so I think that's what that guy did, which I'm surprised given the chainsaw is supposed to be a guaranteed one-hit kill on regular enemies. Yeah, I think I'll head back to the save point. And we will continue in the next episode. So if you enjoyed this episode, do you like the videos? It helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts this episode. And share the video so that way more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.